Hello, beautiful Lyran Starseeds. Urmah Soul Pod. This is Lyran Star Goddess Oracle and Tarot. And we're connecting with the energies of light from the Lyran Light Field and the Lion Light Council, receiving messages and information about what kinds of soul lessons we're going through, what kind of energies we're moving through at this time. And these are daily readings. I've been gone for a few days. This is a sensitive time of the year for me, but I'm back and I also wanted to do this particular reading for Cancer season. So, in celebration of Cancer season, happy birthday, Cancers, Sun, Moon, and Rising signs in Cancer. This reading is for you. It's also a reading for you if you're excavating your water house layers in your natal chart. So, wherever your water signs fall in your natal chart, whichever houses in your natal chart represent water signs, you can receive messages for these house layers as well. And this channel is dedicated to Urmah and Lyran Starseeds. So let's connect in with the Lyran Light Field, connect in with me now. I'm in agreement with Source and only Source. I'm in alignment with light and only light. And let's see what's going on. Our water houses and Cancerian season. The first thing that I'm noticing is that we have transpersonal senses in our oracle. Along with transpersonal senses, in our astral deck, we've got devotion, concentration, and in Norman, we've got wit and sleep. So a lot of this has to do with energy management, repetition of devotion to concentration and transpersonal senses. It looks like meditation, or it looks like specifically if you're working on clairvoyant skills or remote viewing skills, or if you are looking for a particular answer to a question, finding a direction that's on your heart, don't be discouraged. This is taking devotion, concentration, direction, focus, repetition, and also this space clearing. Energy management, moving everybody else's energy out of your space in order to get clear. And so keeping that in mind, let's see what else is going on right now. We're coming from a place of the Knight of Pentacles reversed. And I'm doing it like that was tree spread. And we're starting at the seeds or the roots of the tree. And then everything else branches out from it. So the Knight of Pentacles reversed is talking about some kind of resource being halted or motion forward to resources being halted. And resources are time, energy, effort, love, money, information, education, anything that's considered a resource, even transpersonal skills, any kind of skills, resources. So something was halted. We don't know if this is feeling good or not feeling so great right now, but sometimes that's a good thing. Let's see what's going on. Something's halted, and it brings us to the heart of the situation where we've got the Hermit reversed and the Four of Wands reversed. The Four of Wands reversed is that 11-11 card. It's like your path, your divine purpose, your divine path. It's also the marriage card or something that we are committing to. It's like committing to a path, and it's reversed. So that means there's a crack. There's a crack in the fluid. There's a crack in the foundation. There's a rift in the force. And because of this crack in the foundation, it's bringing us to the Hermit reversed, which is totally clearing everybody else out of our space and getting back to personal spiritual alignment. Overlying situation is the Page of Wands and the Nine of Swords. So the Page of Wands is like, I'm opening the door, and then I open the door to this new way of thinking, or to this issue, this situation that I have to clear my space and like get really directed and focused and vow to myself, make this promise to myself to get really clear in my concentration. When I do this, I have a lot of stress. I have a lot of stress. I have a lot of anxiety. I'm sleepless. Maybe I'm not getting enough sleep in order to concentrate. So we're going to come back to this. In the past, which works with the seeds of the situation, there's been a halt in, I want to say, unique awareness. And so when I say that, what that means is somebody else is in your space. Quite a lot, actually. Um, I want to say the snake part in the morning can sometimes be the speed bump in the road, or the distraction, or the thwarting energy. And so it does feel like there is someone, something, maybe some program in your field that is making it difficult to concentrate the way you want to concentrate. Let's look at the soul lesson in relation to that. So the soul lesson is a Six of Swords reverse. This is the gamut of moving on completely and not moving on at all, even when you know that there's something better in the future, or better forward, or a better way forward, or a different energy to align with feels better. So this soul lesson, Six of Swords reversed, is like, I'm not moving on. What happens when I don't move on? What happens when I decide to stay in a situation or an energy field for too long? And what happens when I leave it, just like that, or to make a decision to go forward? So when looking at this, somebody else's energy is in my space. I want to say the soul lesson around this is, how long are you going to keep their energy in your space? There's probably a good reason for it. Otherwise, you wouldn't do it, or you'd be completely neutral to it, and it would be easy to just release it. So getting to the bottom of what is halting, why is this particular energy been a wrench in your framework? Let's look. The big picture is the Three of Cups reversed. Even if this energy was aligned at one time, it doesn't any longer seem to be aligned. The Three of Cups reversed is talking about a falling out of some kind. And this can be a falling out with a group of people. This is funny, I'm hearing a group of nuns. So this might be a devotional group, but the group is no longer aligning with your spiritual endeavors, or the way that your higher self wants your spirituality to move forward, what you're here to do. So that's the big picture. There's some kind of misalignment happening now and into the near future. Here's the Five of Wands. This is regaining the flow. Regaining the flow, your recognition of your own personal flow with the universe. Let's take a look at what is happening. What is your Lyran light, guys? What's going on here? Higher self is talking about the Emperor. So higher self is like, hey, look at how you can manage your own life and be in control of your own life. You create that foundation. So there's a rift in the force, there's a crack in the foundation, clearing space to create the foundation that makes sense for you. Angels and guides of the highest vibrations of love and light, your personal Lyran light can survive. Eight of Wands. This is about things moving really quickly. Once you decide, and I feel like you know this already, but once you decide, you're a manifester. Once you decide, it's on like Donkey Kong. Even your advice is like, use the number one resource you have, which is you, your life force. You manifested this body to do this thing in this life in 3D, and that is not an easy feat. You did it. Once you make a decision, once you decide, once you are consciously directed toward your goal and your focus, use your resource. Your number one resource is you and your life force, your intuition, your intention. Then everything moves really quickly. Your future self is talking about the High Priestess. So this is High Priestess energy. This is your High Priestess energy. This is about you having all the answers. I'm hearing somebody say, knowing all the games. Knowing all the games. And I even said on like Donkey Kong, like, this is you having awareness of how to play the game. That doesn't mean you need to play the game if you choose something else, but it's also recognizing how other people are playing the game. And I'm hearing playing the game of life force. The thing is, no one is more powerful than you. That's what this advice card is talking about, recognizing your own power. I'm also feeling your own fear. This is a good one for Cancer season. So future self is talking about you regaining control when you figure out where exactly it is that you want to concentrate and focus your energy. This distraction energy. I want to go ahead and pull another card for this distraction energy. Because what is it? What does it need? What do you need to do with it? How can you just move it away? Of course, you can always ask for angels and guides and your Lyran night council, your Lyran night council guide to help you move this energy out of your field and out of your perhaps ruminating thoughts. It looks like there may be an open door to these ruminating thoughts. And so this is kind of asking, how do we close that door? Here's the Five of Pentacles. It's like you cut it off, you abandon it, you let it go, release it, and you don't go back to it. Bang. Not messing around. So let's take a look at what to release. Wow. And as soon as I look at this, I feel a sadness. So there's something to release that, oh, it it hurts to release it. It doesn't mean that it's not time to release it, but there's a certain nostalgia around this. Here's the Ten of Cups and the Three of Wands. This is also some kind of wishing for a situation to be a certain way and kind of saying like, oh, well, one day in the future it will be, but then that future, when is that future coming? It's kind of like, if this is what's holding you back, I want it to look this way. I want it to be this way. One day it will be. If that's the thing, like, in fact, I don't want to thwart what this could be one day. That very well feels like out of flow with what is the current and current time frequency and current time timeline energy. So having the most benevolent intention for the future is one thing, but having wishful thinking and not being able to move forward in action because of perhaps someone else's energy towards all of this is what is to release today. Super interesting. And even the outcome is the strength card and the Nine of Cups reversed. This is like, it takes a lot to release this thing that is not coming into fruition. It takes a lot for the release of this wish. That doesn't mean the wish is never going to be fulfilled. It just means in this way, if you're in competition with the universe, if there's any kind of control patterns that are like you're trying to make it happen in a particular way and trying to take the universe's job, that's going to be very distracting. So if you just have the best, most benevolent wishes for the outcome in the future, that's the best bet, even though it's going to be difficult to release how you want this to be fulfilled. Interesting too, we've got the Shaman card, and what I'm hearing is self-fulfilling prophecy. So always be aware of that. This is what we tell ourselves, what we believe. What are our beliefs? Why are we believing what we're believing? What are we telling ourselves again and again and again to create that belief? I'm also hearing falsify. This might be someone else saying these things as well. If this is wishful thinking because someone else is making promises for the future, one day, one day, one day, it is time to take back power. Higher self is like, you need to be in the now. That is your most powerful healing place. Present time is your most powerful healing place. You are your most powerful healer. Devotion to this, repetition of that type of conversation in your own mind. In the past, there's something that has taken you out of your independence. And when it comes to that independence, letting someone else in, this is about breaking that, or even breaking that contact. And it could be an energetic contact rather than I have to cut somebody off and never speak to them again. That might be the case, but it might be a good energy management situation where you just need to ground, clear space like a banshee, and regain control of your own energy and where you are focusing that energy. Right. Ooh, let's go over magpie real quick here. Love me some charms. We've got the woman, the Egyptian high priestess. We've got the high priestess energy here. We've got strength here, working hard, and this is also being lured or hooked. So what this looks like is, first of all, there could be a woman or feminine energy of some kind in your life that is hooking you, even taking your power. But of course, someone taking someone else's power is an illusion. No one can ever take your power. It is yours. You can always refocus and reclaim and pull back in all of your energy to yourself. Pull it back from all the places you left it, from different lives, from different dimensions, from different beings. Pull it back and pull it back with intention. It is my intention to pull it back. It is my intention that I am a sovereign being and I hold that space of light. And I hold that space of light for others to match if they're ready. But this is about no longer being lured to perhaps add to someone else's power or have someone take their power in that way. I'm looking at Gemini energy for some reason. So if that is some kind of synchronicity for you, we've also got Libra here. High Priestess is Pisces. The Hermit is Virgo. Strength is Leo. Oh, the Emperor. The Emperor is Aries. So there we have it. Happy birthday, Cancers. Thank you for being here with me, Lyran Light Squad. I will see you soon. I'll be doing the daily drop-in again as well. So I'm glad to be back. I'm glad you're here with me, and I'll see you soon.